Okay. Okay, never mind. Made a mistake. No. That's gonna be the end of my quali. Hello everyone and welcome to the TDRL Finale Recap. Today we will be going over the final 4 races of the 3rd season of the TDRL's Random Cup. If you guys have watched last week, we ended up right behind Hotshots but got closer to Minardi in the standings. And during these final races my goal was to retake 2nd place because I truly felt that Minardi was already out of reach. So with this mindset I was going into these final races and try to beat Hotshot. If you want to watch more of these races live, make sure you go follow me on Twitch, where I'll be live streaming every Monday from 8 PM onwards. If you like this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. For you who don't know what TDRL Random Cup is, it is a tournament with the random in-game race selection. We will select the race we want and then continue with that one that has been voted in the race selection screen. The first 3 races gets us just normal points from 1 to 10, and the final race is for double points. This week we had the following races: Sienna Reverse with the Conquest, Piccinio on Maple Ridge, GTs at Dilksport Reverse, and then the double points race was again with the Piccinio, but this time at Copperwood Club Reversed. The first qualifier went terrible. I made a huge mistake in turn 1 and with that I dropped all the way back to P6 with Hotshot in 4th. My teammate Tyra now managed to get P2. At the start of the race, Polrus crashed into my car, which caused some upsets later that lap as well. Now I needed to catch back up to the frontrunners and come back to overtake Hotshot as well. I started catching back up around the middle sector of lap 4 and this gave me a real confidence boost. And at the end of that lap we were back with the pack. At the start of lap 6 some things happened in front of me and Tyra overtakes Hotshot once again through the inside, and Dex Werner decides to take the outside line to turn 2 and overtakes Hotshot as well. This means that Hotshot was now right in front of us and we need to overtake him, so that's a good thing for us. A little bit later we see Team Sander getting a penalty, so we climb up another position and then we head into the pit lane in lap 7. The second stint here was a slower 8 lap stint where we had to fuel save quite a lot every lap. So I wanted to do this safely and not overthink everything and just go with what I think was right. At the start of lap 9, Hotshot and Dex came into contact with each other and they both get a penalty. So I take advantage of that and we get to P3. My teammate Tyra was in 2nd place for almost the whole race, but he noticed that my pace was slightly faster and gave me the P2 in the end, to give me that extra point advantage towards Hotshot. He is being such a good teammate this season and I really want to thank him for that as well. At the end, Tyra and me take P3 and P2 in the first race, and this was certainly good for the team standings as well. After this race we are tied back up with Hotshot for 2nd place in the driver standings, which was our ultimate goal in the end. The second preheat was a shorter sprint race with the Piccinios, and after a good qualifier there, I managed to take P2 right behind Minardi and right in front of Hotshot. This race was pretty straightforward: come in at lap 4, start racing again, 2 4 lap stints. There was no real strategy involved here because you couldn't undercut or overcut someone. We stayed pretty close all race but did not manage to get an overtake done on Minardi for extra points, because Minardi had just, you guys know him, he has amazing pace. So in the end we take P2 in here. We were close but that was it, no overtaking done. We got closer, we fell back down. Hotshot took a beautiful P3 in this race as well. Next up we had the reversed Dilksport track. I had raced this before but not with the Panthers, so it was safe to say that this was my first time setting a qualifier on this track. After a decent quali but a heavy braking mistake we take P4, and I feel like if I didn't brake that hard in the second to last corner we would have been way higher up the field. Tyra again taking P2 in this race with amazing pace. Congratulations to him once again for his amazing performance. At the start of the race, Tyra comes into contact with Dax Werner and I take P2 straight from the beginning. Tyra managed to keep his P3 after that little incident there. I was surprised by that in the first place. After this first stint on this track, there is no fuel saving left, but the second stint is heavy fuel saving because you need to save like 4 or 5 a lap. So at the start of lap 2 I get a penalty once again and that causes me to fall back to 3rd place. Later that lap Tyra gets a penalty again and I overtake him, but Hotshot manages to overtake him as well, meaning he's now in P2 right behind me and coming to pressure me. At turn 4 of the next lap though, Tyra takes the inside of Hotshot and overtakes him yet again, securing his P3 for the rest of the race. A little bit later I had my out lap and I had to stay behind No Chance, who was not in the tournament, so I lost quite some time there, even though I had to fuel save. After that was passed, he pitted and we continued to fuel save enough until the end, where I claimed 2nd place and Tyra claimed 3rd once again, which was, once again, very good for the team standings. The final race was a Copperwood reverse track with the Piccinio, as I mentioned before. This race is important for the double points and was yet again an exciting one. I again had a decent qualifier but not good enough to get pole or even P2 or even P3 in the end. I got P4 right behind Hotshot and No Chance, and as I said before, No Chance was not in this series. Of course I was very lucky that in the first lap No Chance let me by, because I think he realized that this was the most important race yet and 2 positions would make the difference. The rest of this race I was kinda stuck behind Hotshot and could not overtake him because of his incredible pace, so I wasn't really stuck. But it felt like I was. The only real chance I had was at the start of lap 9, where I took the inside line and I kinda hit him, but I'll let you watch this. Ah, sorry Hotshot. Didn't mean to touch you there. Oh no. I was really confident that this was going to be P3 in this race until the next thing happened a little bit later in the race. Okay, never mind. After this incident I felt really bad for Hotshot, but I think he realized that getting P2 was not going to be enough to take P2 back in the standings, in the driver's standings, and he tried to push towards Minardi a little bit too hard, and he just risked it all. In the end I take P2 right behind Minardi and right in front of Hotshot. After all these races I came out on P2 back again, so this is what I wanted from this series. I didn't think I would manage to get back up towards Minardi, because he was too far away in the standings already and he is just too consistent of a driver. In the end of this full league I was happy with the performance. I got P2 in a really strong field and in actually a really tight battle until the end with Hotshot and Minardi as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this Random Cup recap and I will see you at the tracks. Bye!